clicked on this video because you're like, I already know why they couldn't leave Thriller Bark. It's because they lost their shadows. But you don't know why they couldn't leave Thriller Bark because they lost their shadows. This will make sense in this short little video, so stick with me to the end and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, because I release videos such as this where it's more of a different take on animes that you watch that are going to be useful for your own everyday life, so you can go out and make new friends, or you can make more money, or you can talk to girls, or whatever it may be. It's just really your own personal preference. This is just what I myself have done. So the big reason as to why Luffy, his crew, all the other members couldn't leave Thriller Bark was because they lost their shadow. And you're like, well, yeah, I already know that. That makes sense. That's what was explained in Thriller Bark arc. It's like, yes, it was. However, when we look at our shadow in real life, like go outside, take a walk, look at your shadow never leaves you. Regardless where you are, your shadow is always with you, 100% of the time. So when Moria took the shadows of everybody on Thriller Bark, this meant that they couldn't leave because they lost a person or an aspect of themselves. Whereas if they left, then they wouldn't be whole. And if you aren't whole, you can't leave. And this is why being able to integrate your shadow into your own psyche, into your own person, and understand that your shadow is an aspect of you, or maybe even it is you entirely, this opens up a whole new door, because now whatever your shadow does, you have to do, or vice versa. Whatever you do, your shadow does. It's really your own perspective on which way you want to take this, or which view that you believe to be true, because when you go to bed, your shadow isn't there, but it is in a sense, because it's in you. But when you go outside and you're in the sun, your shadow is there. Your shadow is there regardless of where you are, where you're at. You can never beat your shadow to a specific place. So if your shadow isn't there, then you aren't there, and if you aren't there, then your shadow isn't there. So it's why the people on Thriller Bark, they couldn't leave, because if they did leave, they wouldn't actually be there, because their shadow wasn't with them. If their shadow isn't with them, then they aren't there. So if you guys want to have your shadow, or you want to have a more clear way of integrating your shadow, then the best thing that you can do is understand that it's always going to be with you, and it's better to accept and integrate your shadow into yourself compared to trying to have somebody say steal your shadow, because if they steal your shadow, then you can't do anything. You're stuck in the shade. You're stuck on an island full of moss that can't be left or experienced in any other way. So you want to have your shadow be integrated into yourself to be able to find more happiness and growth, and understand that your shadow will help you if you help it. Cool. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one.